Alright guys, so I haven't posted about this yet, but earlier in the year, 2 months ago, I got this John Deere 36-inch quick track. We've got an 18.5 horse 36-inch deck. There's a few reasons I went with this mower. First and foremost is that I originally wanted a right stander. Sorry if the road noise is in the way, but that's what we got to work with. I'll show you why in a minute. Anyway, I originally wanted a right stander, and I went to a right dealer, and I was talking with them. And this dealer here locally for right is just not that great. They also sell Ferris mowers, and like everything is just so overpriced. Like the blades for my Ferris, if I get it from these guys, which is a shame because they're 15 minutes, but if I get it from these guys, they're literally $30 more expensive than if I just get them shipped. So the cost of the blades plus shipping is cheaper than going to this dealer. And I was looking into their right standers, and the same story, just everything's overpriced. I actually ended up getting this mower for just a little bit cheaper, plus I got 0% interest on the loan, which they were not offering either. So not only was the mower cheaper, but all the parts for it are going to be cheaper in the long run too. But again, John Deere 36-inch, and this is essentially the reason I bring up the right thing. This is essentially the right stander 36. Everything on this mower, if you look at it, is going to be basically the same. The frame's a little bit different, but I've actually seen some of the right frames with this setup. So, and even some of them I've seen with this. If I get the equivalent of this in a right, it has different control arms. I think it's got the split up here. But anyway, for the most part, this is essentially a right stander 36. And there's all the cool pumps and stuff. I love the way that looks. And it's so easy to access, dude. It's just in all the parts. And maintenance schedule is right here. Love that, dude. Love it, love it, love it. Now, whenever I first started using this mower, I was worried at first because I got the mulching kit with it. It's like a $300 add-on. And I will tell you right from the get-go, guys, stay away from the mulching kit. That thing is horrible. I don't know what it is, but it loses so much airflow, I guess, that, man, it just can't cut, dude. It cannot cut. So I was really worried and disappointed because I got this mower and I was using the mulch kit and I was like, oh my God, something's wrong. I ended up taking that off, and sure enough, guys, this thing cuts like a dream. It is just, it's hard to tell on camera, but this lawn is flat. I wonder if I can get down here and just, maybe you can tell, maybe not, I really don't know, but it just looks so great, dude. I literally cut this whole yard with this because guess what, my Ferris is in the shop for the 5th or 6th time, and it will be in there until November the 13th. I put it in on September 26th, I think, because again, which is the problem with that Ferris, man, is every time I put it in the shop, they can't get parts for it. So I've been spending some time with the old Deere over here, figuring it out and learning how to get the best cut quality. And guys, I love the way this is turning out. We'll walk around here and show you the rest of the yard, just to show you, like, I really enjoy cutting with this thing. You know, I've cut this whole yard with it. I think it's a weekly cut, so since the 26th, it's been 3 or 4 times. And they've given me, the dealer gave me a loaner. It's a 52-inch loaner, and I've used it once. You know, I'll probably put more hours on that 36 than that thing over there, just because, you know, when you get a loaner, they're always, blades are not sharp. There's a bunch of weird little issues. But yeah, man, I've cut the whole yard with the 36 just because I actually really enjoy using it. But yeah, I wanted to share that quick little just upfront introduction to that mower. Sorry, road noise. Sorry. Anyway, why do all the trucks have to go by right at this moment? Anyway, quick intro to the John Deere, just to explain that maybe, I think next year, as long as the Ag Pro here in town keeps up their customer service, I'm likely to just switch completely to all John Deere products, because they offer in-field pickup. So if there's any issues, they'll drive out and pick it up. They actually, with this mower, whenever I got approved, they went out the next day and picked it up, and I didn't have to wait 2 or 3 weeks for them to deliver. So, man, I mean, it's just, the level of customer service is way, it's phenomenal. It's way better than what I've had from any dealing with Ferris directly, dealing with my dealer directly, and dealing with any other dealer. I think I told it on the channel, but when I needed a pulley for the Ferris, they were on back order, go figure. And I called literally every Ferris dealer in the state of Georgia. Literally. I wish I was joking, but I spent 3 days calling everyone to see if they could take a pulley off of a 52-inch deck. None of them said they had it, which is just, how is that possible? How is that possible that I had the only 52-inch Ferris? And how is it possible that they produce hundreds of these and they don't just have one laying around at the Ferris manufacturer? I ended up did get someone at Ferris who was willing to help me out, who got up off their chair, went to the back, and guess what they had, guys, after 3 days of me calling around? The pulley that I needed. So that's the kind of stuff that is making me switch from Ferris. Right now we're dealing with a wheel motor that should have been fixed last Friday, but I got a call last Friday saying that I won't have my mower, or they won't even have the part until November 13th. So I probably won't have it until the end of November. It's frustrating, dude, especially when you're running a business. It's not a good way to do it. And I've seen people say that they're able to call Ferris and get good customer support. I just haven't had it, dude. I really haven't. They're not holding their dealers accountable. The dealer just doesn't give an S, just frankly. I did have a buddy recommend another dealer who they've been using, and I gave him a call on one of the issues I had, and his response was he just didn't have the damn time. Okay, well, screw you, dude. No more Ferris then. You know what I mean? The dealer support is horrible. Customer support, just as bad in my experience. It's not that they're rude or anything. It's just they're unable to sincerely. It's just, from all the calls that I've had with that Z2, I've not had very many of them actually solve the issue without me, spending days calling around and then eventually just getting pissed off and having to be a huge douchebag about it, which I don't like. I try my best, because I understand. I try my best to just let things go. Every single time I've had that Z2 in the shop, I let it sit there for 2 or 3 weeks without calling them, without checking up. And then I'll call and I'll say, hey, road noise, sorry. I'll say, hey, can you give me an update on the Z2? Oh, well, we need a part. It's every single time, dude. It has been an issue with getting parts. So with this being a right stander, essentially on the same platform, all the parts are about the same. I honestly can't tell the difference in a lot of them. I should have double the pool of parts. I should be able to get a part no matter what. And on top of that, again, these guys come out, they'll pick the thing up for me. They're really good about their loaner program. I mean, just their inventory is unbelievable in the mower department. One of the issue with my dealer is they promised a loaner, and not a single time did I get a loaner while my machine was under warranty. I literally had to beg for this one. I was like, listen, man, I don't want to be rude, but the last 4 times I was here, I didn't get one, and I know it's not under warranty, but like, I mean, I'm kind of fed. I just kind of laid it out. Like, I mean, I'm kind of pissed, fed up with dealing with the loaner issue. Like, can you just try to keep me in business a little bit here? But anyway, that's why I bought this mower a couple months ago, is because I needed something smaller for the small backyards. And just, like I say, while the Ferris has been in the shop this time, man, I've been using it a lot more. And I love it, dude. I've grown to love it. And I think next year, I'm very strongly considering just switching everything over to the John Deere platform. And I don't know, man. I'm thinking about it. I might be looking at Skag too. But Ferris, at this point, they've just lost me as a customer just because I can't get any support, and it's annoying, and here's the thing, like, the whole reason it's been so annoying is because that Z2 for the longest time, for 2 years, was my only mower, my only commercial mower, and I didn't even have like really a backup, sit down like lawn tractor. So that's really the main reason it was an issue. It's just because it was my only mower. So I could technically buy a second Ferris next year and be like not as stressed out when something breaks down. But the way it's been going so far, it just seems like 2 Ferrises is 2 times the problem. You know what I mean? So I'm strongly considering switching over, and I just wanted to sort of go over it and just sort of show you a little bit of what it can do with the cut quality. Let me know what you guys think, if you've experienced similar results or better, and that will do that. See ya.